everyone. I'm Dr. Olena Berezovska, and I'm so happy to do this podcast with my already friend, Nicoletta Savova from France. And I should be honest, like meeting people from around the world, thanks to this podcast, I actually made friends, and some of these speakers became very dear to me, and we became friends. And Nicoletta is one of them. Like I feel very deep connection. So hi, Nicoletta.
Hi, Olena. Thank you so much for inviting me again. It's really a great pleasure for me, a big happiness.
And for me as well. And as I mentioned, I had a podcast with Nicoletta before, and we were talking about life transformation, how Nicoletta actually being a successful lawyer, and before that, immigrant to France, and then a successful French lawyer. And she went through burnout and some disappointed in life, especially when she got children in her daughter, as I remember, right? And then she starts seeing the world differently, and she created her own school of positive thinking, which is very successful school. And if you scroll down to see the information about this video, you're going to see links to Nicoletta's School of Positive Thinking. And also she's author of 3 books, and very beautiful books written in French, and one is translated in English, which I'm reading at the moment. And also it's some kind of like novel. Yes, thank you, Nicoletta, for showing this book. We can mention during our conversation. But everything about Nicoletta is so beautiful and relaxed. That's why I'm not surprised she created this school of positive thinking, because her personality is very, very kind of nice, peaceful, and gentle, and gives you some kind of like calming and studied and also believes in yourself. And today we're gonna continue our conversation because we wanted to mention 7 keys of happiness described by Nicoletta, but we had no time last time. So we continue our podcast, and we're gonna talk about the 7 important keys of being happy. So I'm very glad that we continue this conversation, and welcome. And I give you the word because this is such a powerful and important message to everyone. And thank you, all our viewers and listeners, and those who leave comment and also send me messages about this wonderful podcast I'm doing with such wonderful people. So, Nicoletta, welcome.
Thank you, Olena. First of all, I would like to say that happiness is an inside job. It's not about what we possess. It's not about what we do. It's only about who we are and who we want to become, really. And that's why we're going to talk about keys to cultivate in ourselves. That's the most important thing. And I would like to talk here about inner strength, cultivate this in ourselves. Unconditional love, and unconditional is very important here. Forgiveness, non-judgment, resilience, kindness, and finding of our inner purpose and meaning. That's very important.
And it seems so simple, right? But at the same time, it's not easy to work on these strengths or these keys because we still have some kind of like bad experience. We still have negative emotions. We're still facing some problems and drama in our life. But at the same time, like these keys are so important. So let's start from the first key, and we'll
inner strength.
Yes, inner strength.
I think we can see our inner strength only if we really understand who we are. And I think we are great creations, but we don't know it because we are so afraid of our inner power. And that's why we want to dominate each other's because we don't know how powerful we are inside of us, how many talents, how many creativity, how many great things are inside of us. And I think we discover it only when we know ourselves. We know our forces, our real keys for being happy inside of us, about who we really are, not just doing that job because you're going to make money or having that house or something like this. Just know who I am really inside of me. And that self-consciousness will bring us to the life that we want to have. And the most important thing is to say, okay, why am I here? What do I want to bring in this world? Because it's about our contribution. Every one of us is very unique. Nature creates always unicity. And so many times we forget about that. And we're waiting from the outside to bring us something to make us happy. And we buy something and we want to have more money, more success, more power all over the world. And we try to take something from somebody else. But inside of us, there is already everything. And if we concentrate to discover it, it's some kind of great treasure. And that's what is inner strength for me.
I think we live in a dogma that everything should come from outside, and it's health, it's happiness, everything should come from outside, because it comes from our childhood, when we have parents that to take care of us, and then if something happened, we run to mom usually, or like to dad, but we run and ask for help. Because we think that we, like children, we are not mature. It's understandable. But then we have this addiction to help from outside. And we're looking for help among people who surrounds us. Sometimes we even don't know these people. So we actually looking help in society, again, without understanding that a lot of strengths inside of us, and sometimes we don't need help. We don't need help. We can help ourselves. People wants to be dependent, and they want to have dependence from other people. So they want control, dominate, at the same time be controlled and be dominated. And what you say, and it's important because it's our help. We try to help. Okay, here's the words of wisdom. This is the knowledge. This is actually what we say, and it's based on positive psychology and many publications, or on evidence-based psychology. And the happiness is not coming from outside, and the same inner strengths. So I want everyone just to think for a minute. If you have external strengths, like from around you, like you believe in some external sense, strengths, why you just don't believe that you have inner strengths as well, and you have balance? And that's very important, because we forgot how strong we could be and how we able to change. And again, sometimes I look at the person, and then the person complains, and then not satisfied that people do not understand feelings of this person, her pain. I usually say, but we cannot read your brain. We cannot go inside and read your brain. Only you know what's going on inside of you. We just see like outside, and not always you show outside your emotions and reaction. So we cannot read who needs help or who doesn't need help, right? At the same time, if you say someone, like you have managed yourself, you have actually looked inside yourself and then find the strengths, people look at you like, is that the help? Come on. It's like, I'm waiting for you anyhow. This is so simple, right?
Yeah.
So
Give me a magical key.
give me a magical key. Yeah, and the key is inside of you. No, I need a key from outside. I need somebody to open my soul, to clean my soul, to clean from everything bad and negative, and then lock this door again, and now I'll be happy. This is what actually happened. And then we help it, because we try to say that you have to clean yourself. You have to make the order yourself. You have to start believing in yourself, which is not easy, but sounds very simple. And you, like you mentioned, like working on internal strengths, it's what we have to start believing in ourselves. And there's more keys, right?
Yeah, completely. And I think it's joining the second key, which is very important about love. It's
Mm-hmm.
about love for ourselves first, because we are all extraordinary people with extraordinary strengths, and we have so many limiting beliefs, and we don't love ourselves. We say, oh, I've got so many defaults. Oh, life is such a difficult path. I don't know how to manage it. But did you try? Did you try to be the author of your life, really? Or are you always trying to have something from outside? That's impossible, because everything we possess can disappear from a day to another, just
Sure.
like this. And that day, we have to be concentrated on who we are and love everything that is inside of us. And that makes me think about, I think of Einstein, who said there are two kinds of people. First, that think nothing is a miracle. A second, that think everything is a miracle. And life is a miracle. Life that surrounds us is a miracle. A strawberry is a miracle. Water is a miracle. And we are a miracle of nature, very developed human being with so many power inside of creating the reality. But it's about our beliefs, it's about our thinking, it's about our feelings, our emotions, our relations, and just to be concentrated on what I can give, what makes me happy, how can I feel joy inside of me, how can I bring it to someone else, how can I just be concentrated on the present moment and just not think about all my past and say, oh, it's because of my parents, it's because of my country, it's because of the society, it's because of the government. Everything that makes us unhappy is because of something else. But it actually is because of our way of thinking and our beliefs that life is such a huge problem. No, life is such a great adventure.
Mm-hmm.
We have to take it really and to say, okay, I'm in this adventure. What about myself? If I love myself and if I try to just bring the best of me here, only for that to exist. Okay, today I'll bring peace or joy or calm or kindness or anything else.
Yeah.
We all are capable of doing that. And
Mm-hmm.
that universal love, as all the spiritual masters of the world said, is starting by ourselves. And then we can give love to others and not only expect it to come to us. Oh, you don't love me, you don't love me, you're such a selfish person. I wanted you to love me, I love you. Do you really? I'm not so sure about it.
Yeah.
We
You're right. You're right. And I actually I lost a friend that I had, like I called a friend for many years, just because when I wanted her so to be so happy. She was really unhappy, going through divorce, going through other problem, and then she was accepting her aging process quite negatively, like I look at me, like I'm getting older, etc. Like, and I felt that she needs love and support, and that's why I started like helping her. But then I was helping her to develop her business. I encouraged her to start doing jewelry, and she was very good in this. And then I created her web page. I started like working as her agent when I not supposed, because I was busy with my business and my like everyday's duties. But what happened when I was overwhelmed and exhausted because I couldn't work for myself, and I tried to teach her. And I said, I want you to start like learning and using whatever I showed you in your practice, because I cannot you help constantly like this. I cannot spend so much time on your business. It's not that I don't like you, whatever. Just like for me, it's like too much. Or find someone and pay 10% or whatever, pay some money for agent or for manager and pay, and then like develop your business. She was so offended. And then she was blaming, oh, you're thinking only about your business. What kind of friend you are? And she started like, and that why I'm bringing this, because you see, people always think that somebody has to do for them, obliged to do. If your friend, if your relative, if you just a good
Parent
person,
or
you're obliged. But even if we try to teach and help, whenever we stop helping, whenever like we say, listen, we have our life, we need to be back to our life, we need something to do, like what we plan to do, we see this negative reaction that if they stop, then we are bad people. And then again, we also facing the drama because we have to look at ourselves and said maybe we were very rude, maybe cruel, maybe we did something wrong. So we have drama, and this person has drama because not satisfied. But you said very, very true, that we need to love ourselves. We shouldn't be somebody's slave or somebody's master or somebody's like God, and
the
doesn't matter.
savior. Mm.
Savor, yeah. Or we have to be ourselves, and if we cherish what we love, what we would like to do, our dreams, our action, our businesses, everything we do, then we have to find this inner strength to be independent as well, and not be dependent on saving somebody's life, giving advices, working for this person, because again, it's a problem of this person. It's her drama, and we can help. But if we see negative reaction, then we have to start thinking about ourselves. Do we need this negative reaction? We want to be happy, and because of this we stop being happy, we stop feel satisfaction that we tried but it didn't work. And then you see, going through the circles, negative events and positive events, I also realized myself that I am who I am, and I stop being saver, like trying to save so many people, when actually uh I put everything mine aside, because I'm not happy when I put everything aside and then work only for other people, And also, like, happiness, it's a short moment, could be very short moment, and love for yourself, it's a saver for us. We have to be back, usually I say, back to our shells, like, like eggshell. So you have to get inside of eggshell, like analyze, and then when we're ready we can go out. But we need this kind of like our shell, where we re-energize, when we start believing ourselves better, when we look through everything that happened in different way, without angriness already, like without like dissatisfaction, but some kind of lessons from life. That wasn't good, it wasn't a bad lesson actually. It was a lesson for you, not for this person, not for this
Yes,
friend, not for other. And I like that you emphasize this key of love. Love, not just like to surrounding and other people, but love for ourselves.
yes. Love for ourselves is a real condition to give love to others. And sometimes giving love to others means also saying no.
Yeah.
No, because I'm not your savior. You are reliable for your own life. You have to be able to be in front of your own problems in order to be a real actor of your real life. Because people that always seem to be victim of everything and
Yeah.
everyone,
Everybody's guilty.
yes, are they don't see their inner strength. They think that others have strength and help. But even when Jesus, that made miracles, said, get up and walk,
Mm-hmm.
you have to get up. I cannot get you up. You have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that seems so simple, and we don't do it because it seems so huge, so evident, and we don't do evident things. And when we don't love ourselves and we wait from others to bring us love, we're always judging. Oh, you're not
Always.
such a great friend because now you're selfish. You don't want to help me. Do you help yourself? No, you don't. You just wait for me to do that. And that's why when we don't love ourselves enough, we cannot give love to others. And that's why we live in such a violent world, because instead of cultivating this, our own happiness and strength and love, we try to correct the world that surrounds us. Oh, that's bad. You cannot do that. Okay, but I'm responsible of my own life. I'm not your judge. That's the third key, non-judgment. We can be in non-judgment only if we don't judge ourselves. Okay, I'm trying to be the best possible person. Perhaps today it was difficult because I was sad, because I lost something. But if I say to myself, okay, how can I be the best possible person right now? What can I do? That's a big question, a great question. Not about, oh, my life is so poor, I've got so many problems. No. What can I do right now for being the best person that can bring to this world some kind of solution, something great, something different? Perhaps it's only a day for smiling, or perhaps it's only a day for being sad and stay in your house and just crying. It's okay. We have to accept it because we're not perfect and we'll never be. Nobody is. But that will help us to give us also that kindness to ourselves and to others. Okay, you reacted like this. That hurt me. But I understand it's because you hurt. And because you have your inner problems and hurts and damages inside, you're reacting like this. It's not against me. It's just because you're so unhappy right now.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I can also forgive you. That's the other key, because I forgive myself for all the times I made mistakes, because all of us, we made mistakes every day. Sometimes because just I thought it would be a help for you and you reacted so badly. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt you, but it was just a mistake. I forgive myself. I forgive you. And we can do something better now. Yeah. And that's why when we still live in the past, always saying, oh, that person is so bad. He hurt me so much. And I will never forget. I'll never forgive, because it's so really ugly. Okay, I'm judging, but I'm not resolving the problem. Perhaps I hurt in the past, and now I'm hurting myself with that thinking. Or the question is, okay, what can I do now for being better, for being happier? And what can I learn with that moment, as you thought about your friends, about your friend that was so judging, and to say, okay, that's a new learning for me. That was not the right way to act. And now I'll try to be a better person, not to save anyone else, and just to say, okay, if you need the support, I can be your support. But if it's too huge, I can say no.
Burden, yeah.
I'm sorry, but now I cannot do that anymore. And that's the self-love. And I forgive you, and I forgive myself. Because it's completely wrong to think that with the past, always thinking about it, and nourishing bad emotions inside of us, we cannot be happy, never, because we're always bringing that bad emotions from the past. And in our present, perhaps here is beside of me, my dear friend, my children, my husband, so many people that love me, and I really don't see them. And perhaps in that moment, I'm so sad. So I say, oh no, leave me alone. I'm so unhappy. And I'm hurting them.
Yeah, yeah. But also, I talked to one of my friend, and we were talking about this forgiveness and gratitude. And usually when you even check some publications and some books and this conversation of coaches and psychologists, and yeah, we say we need to learn how to forgive, we'll need to learn how to experience gratitude and say thank you. And there was a moment when I was very upset because of one person I trusted, and then I realized that I was used, and it was negative moments, very difficult moments, and was very angry at that moment. And I could say that I almost hated this person, right? Which
It's
is
okay.
normal. It's
It's
okay.
okay.
And when this person told, when my friend said, but you know how it's important to forgive and to say thank you even to this person. I said, I understand it. And I'm the person that usually forgives and gives another chance many times. And you know me, I'm sometimes called the soft person. But I said, at the moment, I'm angry. And I cannot lie to myself that I would like to say, thank you, I love you, I forgive you, because it's a lie. It's not what I feel. And I said, you know, I need time to calm down, to come to my normal condition, which I love. Like, I mean, normal when I don't feel any angerness, any unhappiness, when I'm ready to forgive. And I said, believe me, I haven't stopped thinking about this person with any kind of negative thoughts because I already left it in the past. It means I forgave already. I don't need to express it like loud in words. It means if I stop thinking negatively about this person, and if I said, okay, this is his or her life, I really don't care anymore. I just like, concentrated on something else. I'm meeting new people. I'm meeting like, new adventures. I said, that means I forgave. It means I stopped being angry, which is normal because I'm healed. So it is not necessary to force people to say, oh, you have to forgive if you want to be good, if you want to get this happiness, right? So we have right and we have time to be angry, to grieve, to cry. And that's why I like this words of Ecclesiastes that when he says that this time to love and this time to hate, this time to cry and then time to be happy, etc. Beautiful words from the Bible. And it's not to tell that we are Christians, that's why we use only Bible. No, no, just a beautiful words of wisdom of living in harmony with yourself, to accept that we have pluses and minuses in life, and what are actually tasks the most important. Do not stuck in this negative part of our life, and come into positive state, come in a positive part of our life. Learn something from negative, but bring in a positive life. And that's all this key you mentioned before. They're very important to learn how to be happy, happy with yourself, happy with what you're doing. Again, it's normal sometimes to be not happy, which is normal.
Of course it is. Of course it is. And I wanted to say what you said now, it's the real truth. Sometimes it's time to anger for me. And if I love myself, I can be respectful for myself and to say, I've got such a great hate inside of me. But I don't want to nourish it, but I need time. I need time to trust again myself and to surround it and to take my real path. I know it's not the right path, anger or sadness or so on, but sometimes it's so big inside of me that I have just to accept it. And that's the resilience. Okay, now I've got some kind of shock, and now I'm inside of it. I'll accept myself, love myself, and just tell, okay, today I'll take care of myself because I'm important. I'm the most important right now. And now, if I love myself, I can accept it, not being perfect, not being the perfect person, not being always in love, not being always happy and always smiling and so on. No, it means I'm just human with so many emotions and they're normal. And I will do something in order to let it go.
Yeah.
Just to let it go. But it takes time sometimes. Perhaps a day, perhaps a week, perhaps a month or a year. Hey, it's okay. Just have the knowledge and the consciousness about ourselves. That means, okay, I'm conscious now that it happens to me. I'm so unhappy about it. I will do my best to get better and to let it go. But perhaps it needs sometimes some efforts, and perhaps today I will not be able to do that. Perhaps tomorrow. It's okay. Be kind to ourselves and non-judgment for ourselves and then for the others too. If we do all these things for ourselves, we're going to see that we'll never be the perfect person, but every day being the best version of ourselves. And it's okay.
I remember when actually I stopped, not even me, but my friends stopped, like, talking to me and was very angry. And it was a drama for me because it wasn't easy to tell, like, to know that you had a friend for so many years and suddenly this person is different one and she shows you so much negative emotions and talks so rudely. Her daughter was worried a lot because she grew up like when we were friends, and then she said to me, she said, like, I understand why this happened. Maybe you can kind of like forgive her. I said, I forgave her. It's your mom, like, doesn't want to deal with me, but I must tell you something. I said, there's like movies, because I went through this very negative status, and then I didn't want to feel this negative emotion, cry a lot, whatever. So when I came to normal my condition, and then I start thinking more positively and looking around and say, life is continued. But I told her, yeah, we would like to do a lot of wonderful things. We would like to continue this nice, like, friendship, whatever. But you should understand it's like a movie. Like you see sometimes movie and you have different seasons and you have so many seasons, and then suddenly movie is over. And then when you back looking through this years or months, it doesn't matter. There was a lot of beautiful moments that you like it, but then the movie is over. What does it mean? There's no continuation. It's just over. It means then will be another movie you'll be watching, and this is a movie of your life. It's like you watching yourself. So as I said, the relationship with your mom brought me a lot of happiness, and we had a beautiful time together. And I can look in the past and see this beautiful movie. But when it's over, you have to accept it's over. It means it's just the end of the movie. Your movie, it's in the past. Are we going to have continuation? We'll see. But at the moment it's over, that's why I can do nothing at this moment. And I don't want to like think why the movie is over. I'm going to move forward. I would like to have many other beautiful movies because this is my life, I said. And she kind of like, thank you for explaining me like that, because now even I'm like, I'm calm down because I understand that you didn't change. You're the same like I knew you for this many years. And if my mother did something like that, I said, it's her choice. I said, yeah, it's her choice. So we still friends with her daughter, and we have no problem in corresponding and talking. But what I'm trying to say, like, when I accept that it's a like movie from the past, and then the more steps, more new movies are coming, like more books will come in, everything more, right? Then actually I start appreciating even my life more, because I said, Why not? Why I cannot see something interesting, something new scenarios, new, like, people, and some of them would be very dear to me, some of them not. It doesn't matter. The life is continuing. The life is continuing. And I'm not gonna say because of that my life is over and I don't know how to live. I'm continuing to live and enjoy my life. This is my goal because I don't want to feel the same negative feelings that but when I had, and everyone has, when we're going through some drama, some kind of something really terrible, even some tragedy. We want this stop. We want to continue to live. And that's why we look for solution. And again, where we go? We go to our inner strengths. We go to our this important keys how to become happy, what we kind of like have, what we need to improve. We give ourselves time to heal because the wounds could be different. But like, what is very, very kind of like important that our life is continuing, everybody's life is continuing. And when the life is continuing, you always can change to good. Always. Like never give up. Uh, Even if I said, even if two people stop talking and like hate each other, until we alive, until these two people are alive, we can create a new relationship, even with these people again and again and again. It's our wishes. Nobody, nobody can rule, nobody can dictate us what we should do because it's our feeling. If we're ready, we will continue. If we think it's not important anymore, then we'll 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 move forward. And
Never close our heart.
never close, exactly, never close. To be open to life, to be open to the next day, to next page. And when I wake up, I usually say, "Oh, good morning, like world. Good morning. How are you? I'm feel okay. So what's new today? What a surprise today." And if there is no surprises, that it
What's
was
the gift?
today.
What's the gift of the life for me
Yes,
today?
yes. What's new? I'm gonna find out. What's actually, and sometimes you have to deal with some unexpected negative sides of life, like
Yeah,
something
completely.
broke, something like happened. Again, like you come in like to the part of the life. This has happened. It's not a tragedy. It's not like you have to kind of be angry. You just fix the problem. If you can, you fix the problem. If not, wait. This is my rule. Like, if I cannot fix it, I'll do it next day. I'll
Be
try.
upset. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
that's, and I think the best I found for myself in my worst moments is to say, okay, what's the purpose of my life? What's the meaning? And I think the meaning, there is no universal meaning. It's just the meaning you choose to have, you choose to be. And in this moment, I say, okay, who do you decide to be right now? What's your contribution? What's your commitment? What are you committed to? And I always say to myself for many years now, okay, I committed myself to light. That
Mm-hmm.
means that means I will do my best for staying here, even in the worst moment. And if I'm sad, if I'm so unhappy, if I'm so angry, that helps me to remember who I choose to be. In every moment, we choose who we are. And in this moment, I say, okay, if you are the light, so smile.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. Life is a great gift. Remember that. All the other things are just emotions. And emotions do this like waves.
Mm-hmm.
It's here just now, but inside of me, it's such a great peace. And I'm in like a surface of a lake. I know if there is a pebble here, it's going to make some disturbation. It's okay. These are the emotions, and that's okay. But inside of me, I know I am that inner peace. And when the emotions are going to pass,
Mm-hmm.
it will be okay. Everything will be okay because I committed myself to light?
It's for me, it's important to be who I am, and I feel a comfort, like enjoying every day, enjoying a lot of things in life, enjoying people, and also I'm enjoying that I have no fear of future, because fears, they destroy everything, and many people have fear of future. What's gonna happen tomorrow? It's gonna,
We
and I
don't
can,
know.
yeah, we don't know. And I say, why just don't enjoy what you have today? Yes, you're thinking about future, but in positive way. And even like, what if you will not be able to make money? What if you will not be like, I will be sick? I said, what if you go outside and you will be killed by a car?
Yeah,
And then
perhaps
what?
tomorrow we are not here anymore.
So we were planning, like, I'm doing what I can do, and I'm thinking about future, but not through the fear how I survive in 10 years or 5 years or even tomorrow. Because in some way we're planning our future, but in other way, we're not making this is like the most important part of our life, that thinking about future, because then we forget that we live in present, and then we're always thinking about future. And I said, I learned from my life that I had like many difficult moments in my life, but I survived, and I didn't die because of hunger, and I didn't die because I had no shelter. So it means I'm trusting my life. I'm trusting. It doesn't matter that if we have a disaster, whatever, but I trust in life that it will save me. Life saves itself in my body. So that's I trust. What
That's
if
the
I,
point.
and then people are sometimes like, but what if you die? As in I die, I don't care. If I die, I'm not care. I don't care about anything because I'm dead, right? So that's I said, most important to care what you care at the moment, but not how you're gonna feel if you're dead, So when it's time to die, you die. And I said, this is the rule. But again, of course, you plan the future in a positive way. So if you want to go somewhere, okay, plan this trip. So you need money, this, but plan positively, not like, what if I don't get the sum of money? What if, like, if you say if, then you cross your dream, you cross your plan, because you're already looking for excuses. And sometimes there's no excuse. Sometimes it's so, like in my life, there are a lot of kind of moments when my dreams came true unexpectedly. For example, very simple one, but there's a lot. For example, I need to get a new bedding. I wanted some like expensive linen stuff, like good quality. And I was telling my husband, I actually going to plan. I want to look somewhere like nice prices, but I want a nice quality because it's pleasant for your body. It's natural, everything. He said, okay, whenever you're ready, like go and check. And I was busy. And then in a couple days, I get in a huge, huge package, a huge package. So my husband brings me like, look, this. We open, and it's expensive bedding stuff, and it's and pillows, everything. Like it's a huge package, like plus like the set. I'm just like, what? He said, you know what? It's like our client, like yeah, it's a thank you present. Unexpected. Are you kidding? Yes, because it's one woman with his husband. They were so happy how we helped them that they sent us this package. And he never mentioned to anyone about my dream to change the bedding. And it's
It's
exactly
all
what I
perfection.
wanted. A high quality cotton and linen stuff, like such a beautiful, like I was so shocked. I said, you must be kidding. He said, no, it's the present. It's like, so how
The
come?
present of the universe.
It's a
Yeah.
universe. That's why this kind of moments I had a lot in like unexpected, beautiful. That's why I truly believe I have this optimism and hope. I truly believe not in the miracles. That universe hears our wishes, our dreams. And sometimes you can get it unexpectedly, what you were dreamed about. But just be ready, just enjoy it. Not like, what the hell? I didn't ask them. Or I actually was so happy. I would just sit and almost cry and said, unbelievable, unbelievable. He said, so what's next you're gonna wish? So say what you want, like, you know. And
Make your
sometimes,
wish list. Make your
and actually sometimes I do it, and it happens quite often. That's why I'm not surprised like very much that why it's happened to me. I said it's supposed to happen because I wanted this, because I sent it this request and it came. And that's why for me it happens. That's why I said you can believe everything you want, everything you want. Just keep the door open, like you said. Keep the door open. If something important, it would come. If something you believe, it come. If you say I want, but you know, it means you don't
Like,
believe.
I don't deserve it, you know?
Oh, I don't. Yeah. I don't deserve.
That's the
It's not.
worst problem. We want things, but inside of us, we think, but, and what if? And that's because we think we don't deserve it. That's
Yeah.
the lack of love to ourselves. Yes, we deserve everything, but it means that we have to have it already inside of us.
Yeah.
And if it's not inside, it will not come to us.
If you don't deserve it, you don't get it. Just remember that, you know,
Yeah,
because
that's it.
you put the obstacles yourself. That's why don't put any obstacle. Just keep the door open and say, I want more. I want this. I want that. Why not? I deserve everything. Whatever I want, I deserve. If people make something around like expensive stuff, non-expensive, doesn't matter. If people, if the society, people, everything like doing something, and there are places where you would like to go, and why not? You can go everywhere because it's done, it's made for you. You know, you just go there and you just use it because it's open for everyone. And that's for me, it's important that never close the door. Let your dreams fly, just fly. And sometimes for me it's a fun to dream. Sometimes I want this, it's funny. Oh yeah, why not? I want this, it's funny, but I want this, you know. And it means I'm doing it with joy, with kind of like game, which is actually excluded any weighing, oh, you know, but it's expensive, but it's this and that. So it's my point, like, you know, make it easy, make it like funny, make it with joy, and wish with joy, dream with joy, and then you will have it because you cannot put any, you didn't put any obstacles, and that's important.
Yeah. That's make me think about a thought of Lao Tzu, who said, they're not bad stars in the sky. They're only people that don't know how to read the sky.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true. Like, yeah, and our sun is not bad. It's like said, people looking for the spots, like dark spots on the sun, and they, oh, you know, this is like, and then the sun is active and it's damage our life. I said, without sun, there is no life. Stop complaining about sun. Thanks to sun, you live on this planet. And that's why don't look at a dark spot on the sun and say, ah, that's not God, or it's,
Yes. The
and
last
that
key, be grateful.
grateful. Yeah, be grateful that we have a sun, that we have our earth. Be grateful that
That
we
you're
we can.
alive, that you have the biggest, the huge gift is life.
Beautiful. And we were given today a lot of messages. We were talking like from our even experience, our knowledge, from our life. At the same time, this is not something just ours. It's universal. It's a
Yes.
universal wisdom, universal knowledge. Just use it in your life. Use it because we are not exception. We successful, but we're not exception. We made ourselves successful. We made ourselves who we are, and we just telling you that just use it because it works. It works. And Nicoletta, thank you very much for this beautiful conversation. And I hope, I believe, I'm a huge optimist that many people would learn something from this and then actually start looking at life differently and start loving life and accepting some pluses and minuses from this life. And I'm sure we'll meet again because it's not everything we would like just like to discuss in one podcast. There's a lot to say, right?
Yeah, completely. I'm very grateful for that moment with you and very grateful for giving me that opportunity to talk to people about that universal possibility of being happy, really, and inside of you to feel joy, but not the joy for some kind of moment, the universal joy that really makes you feel, oh, how great I'm in life.
Mm-hmm. Right, right.
So thank you very
Thank
much.
you. And thank you very much for you joining me this podcast. And I'm sure we'll see again each other. So, and bye-bye everyone. And don't forget to read about Nicoletta in information about video and also about her books. So please read Nicoletta's books. They're in French and English. So you're welcome to read and find out more.
Thank you very much. It's a great happiness for me.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.